concerns. Public trust is a key ingredient to successful vaccination programs. So this is an obvious statement. If the public or if we don't have trust on the vaccines that are being used currently, we are not going to use them obviously because we don't know how they work, how they behave, what are the side effects of those vaccines. So if we have no knowledge of these things, we wouldn't obviously have trust on them. So we would not trust the governments and we would not use them. So maintaining public trust on vaccines is a key step, it is a key ingredient in the vaccination programs. A little over 392 million doses of vaccines have been administered globally, according to the Bloomberg Vaccine Tracker. So globally, right now, 392 million vaccines have been made, and India accounts for about 9% of them, which may seem like a low number, but in reality, it is not a low number, because the world consists of several countries, and accounting for almost 10% of the vaccines which have been created all over the world is huge. In the last week, there have been a flurry of reports from the Europe of blood clots developing in a very small fraction of those vaccinated and leading to a cascade of European countries announcing a temporary halt to their vaccination programs involving the AstraZeneca vaccine. So the side effects of the vaccines which are being used currently in the world right now are getting exposed or revealed, mainly from the European side, mainly from the countries of the European side, and also from the American side. So what's happening, especially from the European side, is that several cases were recorded, which said that in a small proportion of the people who are vaccinated, those small people, the small amount of people, they have experienced a side effect, and that side effect are the blood clots. So these blood clots, they are happening very frequent. They are happening very frequently, but only in a small proportion of people. And this especially includes the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine, or the AZ vaccine in short. WHO and the European Medicines Agency have underlined that there is no causal link between vaccines and the occurrence of such clots. So several medical agencies from the continent of Europe and even WHO, all these agencies are saying that there is actually no link between the blood clots and the vaccines. It might be true or it might not be. We don't know. In fact, there are less than 40 such occurrences reported so far that is much below the background of about 1,000 to 2,000 blood clots every single day in the general population. State studies based on the US population. So the current rate of the blood clots happening in countries are like 40 per day. These may seem quite high, but in reality they are not, because in the past or in the history, there were some days where we got up to 1,000 or even 2,000 blood clots per day due to use of similar vaccines and drugs. So 40 per day, it's not a bad amount. These organizations advocate that ongoing vaccination drives continue and even accelerate, as the rate of the vaccination is not keeping pace with what it is required to control the pandemic. So these agencies, the WHO and the several European medical agencies, they're saying that these the side effects or the blood clots, the frequency of the blood clots, it might even increase, and it might occur in a huge proportion of the people because of one main reason. Currently, globally, vaccination programs have been happening all across the globe. They have been happening, but they are not really happening. They are not really happening fast. Even though they are happening, they are not happening fast. So we really need to pick up our pace, and we need to increase the number of people who are getting vaccinated per day. Only then these side effects could actually stop. However, there are good reasons for the countries to call for a temporary halt. So it is quite understandable why the European countries have stopped their vaccination programs. They have done it because they do not want to risk the lives of the citizens because of the side effects like blood clots. So it is quite understandable why the European countries have stopped their vaccination programs. The AZ, Pfizer, and Moderna vaccines have been released under emergency use authorizations, meaning that the entire profile of risks associated with them have not been thoroughly studied. Um, the vaccines like the AZ, the Pfizer, and the Moderna. AZ means AstraZeneca. So all of these vaccines they have been approved of using, or they have been approved of vaccinating people, because the government it had to make a decision. The problem here is that these three vaccines, or the vaccines like three of these, many vaccines, especially these three vaccines, they were not approved of their efficiency. They did not pass the efficiency test properly, even though they were allowed to use even though they are allowed to be used. This is because the government they had to make a decision. If they said no, or if they did not approve the use, if the rate of the coronavirus increased, we would be in huge problems. So the government was under huge pressure, and it had to make a decision. And the safest decision could be this one, approving the use of the vaccines, even though they did not pass the efficiency test. And so the government approved the use of the vaccines like AstraZeneca, Pfizer, and Moderna, even though they were not as efficient as they had to be, because the government had no choice. History is replete with instances of vaccine that have been taken off even years after approval, after a slight increase in the untoward complications. So in our history, several instances were there where the government allowed the use of the vaccines, even though they were not approved in the efficiency tests. So in those instances, those vaccines were immediately removed when all the people across the globe knew about their side effects. So we don't know currently whether the same thing is going to happen or not. But I probably think that that is not going to happen, because we need to do something, and vaccination is a good liability. As of now, the risk of dying from serious COVID 19 far outweighs that from vaccine reactions, and it is such a calculation that weighs on the minds of regulators before approving the vaccines. So, here the author is saying that as of now, means for now, what the government made, it is probably the right decision. And he also explains why. Because while the regulators, or when the officers approve the use of these vaccines, even though they know that these vaccines were not as efficient as they had to be. And the author is saying that the reason why the regulators or the officers they did so is that they know that, see, across the globe, we just read that only 40 persons per day were experienced by the blood clot side effect, and that too mostly from the European countries, and then from Asia, or especially from our country. But the number of people who have been dying because of getting affected by the virus is so huge when compared to the number of people who are just getting side affected by the by blood clots. So what I'm basically trying to say is that even though these vaccines affect a small amount of the population across the globe with side effects, they're in fact saving the lives of many people. So yeah, so in fact, so the decision which the government had made to approve the use of these vaccines, even though they were not totally efficient, that decision is a good decision. Unlike drugs administered to the sick, vaccines have a higher bar of providing themselves safe, as they are given to the healthy. Um, so, unlike normal drugs, or unlike normal medicines, which are given to people when they're already affected by the virus, or not virus, bacteria or fungi or any disease, vaccines which are given before the person is affected, vaccines are way better than medicines. As we all know, there is a great statement which says that prevention is better than cure, and prevention is given by vaccines, and cure is given by medicines. So vaccine is obviously the better one. Regulators of all countries rely on the experiences of others, as exemplified in India alone. where it was the easy trials in the United Kingdom that paved the way for approval in India. So India approved the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine or the AZ vaccine in short, because the UK government approved its use, even though it did not pass the efficiency test. So all the countries should at least learn from what happened to India or what happened to Europe, and they should learn some things. They should learn that we should learn from other countries, and we should and we should not and they should also they may also know about other things. Therefore, a warning in one country must immediately activate the sensors in another. So, what I was basically trying to say in the last statement is that um, one country should learn from the mistakes of another country, because the failure of one country, I don't think that I could even say that it as a failure, because if that country did something wrong, it could be a failure for that country, but for the rest of the globe, it is a huge step for development. Um, India has a long experience with vaccinations as well as expertise in evaluating risk. However, transparency and prompt data sharing, thereby building public trust, is not one of its strong suits. So, India is a pretty experienced country in these vaccination programs. But the one thing in which India does not play good is gaining the trust of the public, because it doesn't maintain transparency, or does not it does not it does not let know the public what it is doing, and if the vaccines have really passed the efficiency test. So all of us think that the vaccines, they did not pass the efficiency test, and hence because of these side effects which we know now, our trust would even decrease. So the government should maintain the trust of the public, which is a key ingredient to successful vaccination programs. This was evidenced by the approval of vaccines in spite of scant efficiency data. There is almost no information by the National Committee on Adverse Events following immunization on the nature of serious adverse events following immunization. Um, Public trust is a key ingredient to successful vaccination programs, and this can be only earned by the government's zealous attention to allaying concerns. So, public trust, or maintaining the trust of the public on the vaccines, or on the actions which are done by the government, there is only one way to do that. The one way is by maintaining clear transparency, or basically, the public should know what the government is doing, and how the actions turn out, which have been done by the government. So, and also the government should do these actions in a zealous way, means in an enthusiastic way, and not in a nervous, or in such a way, because then the trust of the people would decrease even more. Thank you.